The chair you're sitting in, the screen you're watching, and the street outside your window appear to be geometrically coordinated arrangements of physical molecules, yet your brain never actually touches those molecules. You experience reality as a localized translation. You live inside a subjective overlay, a personal mental simulation that assigns meaning, color, and rules to otherwise blank physical matter. Because the simulation is constructed entirely within the mind, it remains open to outside inputs. Ideologies, corporate advertising, and social paradigms act as environmental sorcery. They feed repetitive signals into your daily routine, hacking your perceptions until your mental model aligns with an external framework. Approaching life as an independent entity moving through a purely physical universe leaves you without a defense. By denying the existence of this unseen informational programming, you accept the hidden scripts running your life as your own original thoughts. This concept of an illusory physical environment is ancient. In the 11th century, Islamic scholars known as the Ash'arites developed a precise philosophical model to explain how unseen dimensions govern material events. To illustrate their theory today, consider the mechanics of a film projector. An audience perceives a smooth, continuous sequence of cause and effect on the screen, but the actual timeline is a series of disconnected individual frames flashing at high speed. These frames have no physical relationship to one another. There is a moment of darkness between every single image. The action is entirely driven, connected, and animated by the hidden light source beaming from the projection booth. To understand how the physical world operates, you must stop staring at the movie screen. You have to turn around and examine the hidden projector. The projector operates through a common psychic substrate, a massive, shared layer of the collective unconscious that holds the baseline rules for human experience. Ancient Hermetic traditions described this interconnected network as the law of sympathetic resonance. Modern physics observes a similar mechanism through Bell's theorem, which demonstrates that subatomic particles separated by vast distances influence one another instantaneously, bound by an invisible web of information. This vast data layer interfaces with the individual through the download. The collective system's rules funnel into your deep mind, filtering sensory data into a restricted reality. This filtering dictates your material behavior, prioritizing specific symbols and converting downloaded archetypes into physical actions. The imagination functions as an intermediate stage between thought and matter. It is the active sandbox where invisible data is rehearsed and refined before it manifests in the sunlit world. The flow of data is a two-way interface. While you are built to receive the download, you also possess the mechanical capacity to initiate and upload. Historical practitioners codified this capability into specific systems. 16th-century philosophers like Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa mapped out methods for deliberate psychological intervention, a process defined today as greater black magic, or the systematic rewriting of one's own subjective simulation. To upload a new directive, a practitioner bypasses their own conscious doubts. By forcefully implanting a highly concentrated belief or image into the deep mind, they create an internal pressure known as astral stress. This tether exists because the informational layer of reality, the mean essence, requires consistency between your internal model and the external world. By holding a deliberate, high-pressure distortion in your subjective model, you force the objective universe to mathematically realign its patterns to maintain consistency. Through this sustained intention, the mind ceases to be a passive terminal. It becomes an active transmitter, utilizing the universe's underlying code to reprogram the shared world. This redefines the concept of the supernatural. Miracles and magic do not involve breaking the laws of physics. As Arthur C. Clarke famously suggested, these are simply the successful applications of the unseen laws that govern the informational layer. Your consciousness occupies the border between the abstract and the material. Because you process both formless thought and physical stimuli, you are, by definition, a citizen of two worlds. Refusing to engage with this interface leads to a state of parasitism.
You become an unconscious actor, trapped in a script written by outside forces. your life directed by a culture you did not design. By mastering the interface of your own consciousness, you learn to overwrite environmental sorcery. You strip away the biases downloaded into you at birth and assert your own deliberate symbols, altering the structure of the reality you inhabit. In the architecture of the universe, you only have two choices. You can remain the passive screen being projected upon, or you can wake up, take control of the interface, and become the